Dun, 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 dun. It's a common sense world after all. It's a common sense world after all. The world is going against the woke, and it's no whole joke. Now, this is good. Aussie Prime Minister, who had actually declared what you call your basic, um, what is the word I'm looking for? Very harsh laws, draconian laws about COVID, keeping everybody inside, beating up people with her stormtrooper, her liberal stormtrooper, Australians, and Australians have got no guns. So the government has all the guns, so they can do what they want in Australia. And they've got no freedom of speech in the Constitution, so they can't have the freedom of speech to say, hey, lady, you're out of control. But luckily, however it was done, it was some miracle. The people have spoken, they get rid of that big girl, and I mean big girl, you know what I'm saying. I don't want to say the word, and a gentleman out of office. And she's out of control. She's gone. It's happening all over the world, in Germany, in Poland, in the former Czechoslovakia. The left wingers are being thrown out. You're gone. You're fired, as the great man would say. More babies. And his vice president is saying Americans have to make more babies. I myself, in spite of my elderly age, intend to impregnate some woman who's inappropriate for me in terms of age. But in terms of baby making, very good. Let me tell you, see those pictures of me? Not a bad looking guy. The weight off, the few years off, and the 65-year-old will have some young chippy, 18 years old, fertile and all that stuff. From, who knows, from Europe, from Asia. I have a wide variety of young ladies that I'm attracted to, and older women too. But I draw the line at, well, I don't draw the line really. I draw the line of what I'm attracted to and I'm not attracted to. Won't be attracted to that woman who is my age because, you know, I'm just not as attracted as I am to young ladies. Plus, I want another generation of gotchaks to come into the world. I want to inflict that on this planet. More baby. I want a fellow, what my vice president says, have more babies. In fact, I can't stand it. They keep on saying he's a white supremacist. How the hell is that? He married an Indian woman or Pakistani, somewhere in that direction, and he has beige children, and they're not. I mean, maybe in a few generations, if they doing the duty with the white people, they'll be bleached out. But right now, they're a mixed race. That's not counting. And that's why I'm a little confused. I'm a confused person. I don't know how you call Trump a Nazi when 1/3 of his family is Jewish or converting to Judaism. If they're Nazis, they're very bad at it. Ay, ay, ay. Iran flinches. Trump went like this. You do something, you blow up in one more thing. We're going to destroy your oil wells. We're going to destroy your country. We're going to undermine it. We're going to take all your money away. And you want to get nuked? You want to give the okay for the Israelis to nuke you? Go ahead. Make my day. You got Clint Eastwood in the White House, not the crypt keeper. Things have changed, my friend. The electric buses that cost billions of dollars and that the Democrats are insisting on doing in New York City. Oh, electric buses, they're good for the environment. You know what? They're good for the pockets of the Democratic commissions and politicians who get the kickback from the electric bus companies. And that's why it costs so much money to make something in New York because of the corruption. Trump is going to solve that. Oh, yes, indeed. Like Giuliani solved the crime in this country, in New York. Look at this. This is incredible. First, they want to take away your guns, right? Okay, fine. Which only means the criminals are going to have guns, the state is going to have the guns, and the lunatics who don't have guns, are not good with guns, have knives, then machetes. And now it's happening in England, jolly old England. The criminal class that were there uses knives and machetes and cutlery, and they stab the English. And the English are not allowed to fight back. The English are pretty good fighting back, but they're not allowed to fight back. Not allowed to get their own vigilante because half these people are stabbing them. In their country, knives are common because they're a little, you know what I'm saying. They're from the east, and I don't mean East Harlem. You got, let's be honest. The Arab population that's invading uh, England, or even those homegrown, they're a little more violent, they're a little out of control, and the English moron are not allowed to deal with the situation with a baseball bat, which is what is needed, even though that is not their real pastime. You know, I don't know if they can have a cricket ball and do something. Now, you know you can do it. I've seen you how out of control you are you know, a soccer game. Surely you can get a little violent towards these invaders. And you know, you're saying, but Mr. Vinny, you endorsing violence? I endorse violence against violence. I am not for violence against innocent people. When violence, if you're violent, then the average citizen has to up the ante. He is violent as you, or they become sheep to be massacred, and the government can't protect them. You know, the government's run in all these countries, a lot of countries. It's run by hippies. Hippies who want the spirit of the 60s to live again. That evil spirit of leftism that almost destroyed the world is back. The freaks are back, back from the graveyard. But they made one mistake. They didn't count on the Trumper to inspire the world to come to common sense and reaction. Let's see. The colonists cutting through the the what they're gonna do. You see, like this DNA. This bases things on you getting ahead on skin color, or how that supposedly you were oppressed in the past, which is true. There's a lot of oppression in the past. That's got nothing to do with today. Today, you have an equal chance to do everything. It's true. And the other thing is that when you're, it's a terrible racist bullshit. Oh, it's so racist. Oh, it's the most non-racist country in the world. In other countries, they have much more racism. They either don't let you in, you never become part of the framework of the people there, or you eventually, I'm gonna mask you. But nobody, but just because we have a little mouthy here, people, you know, they get nuts. And it's a con. It's a con for inconsistent, inferior people. And I'm saying individuals. I'm talking about in terms of race. I'm saying it's a con man. And we got their job by a con. Hustlers, cheap hustlers. I'm not sure. They're making pretty good bucks. But no more bribes. That's it. URL, URL, whatever you want to call it. Let's see about this thing. Ah, and this is, I might disagree with him because I'm an old-fashioned person. I like the idea that somebody comes in the country and within a generation, the kid, they may not be a citizen or they may not be legal. The kid has a birthright rights that to become an American. But it's being taken advantage of. See, the thing is, most countries don't have this. Most countries, you can't just go into a country and say, hey, I was born here, my father's illegal, but I'm legal, I got rights. I'm an American. That was a good thing in a lot of ways on the ancient times, but now not so good. People are just taking advantage of it. They come in this country to have their kids, and then they kid is has all these rights, but he was gone here by sin. It was his original sin of Colombia. I love my Donald. Colombia said they wouldn't take their criminals back, and Donald said, "You know, we'll turf you into the ground." Yeah, that's what he did. The new turf king in town. And that Colombian guy backed right up and he said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use my plane to pick up these people. Now that's power. That's economic power. And that's what the United States should use against these bastards most of the time. Not put our soldiers in harm's way. But, you know, the country would unite. If we knew fighting this war would cost us blood or all cash, we go for it. Gates pops off. What's this? Gates, yeah. Gates. Gates was, a bluff. So he was a wild man from what I heard in the terms of the Congress. Not as wild as some, not as tame as others. But I think he was afraid to say he let himself get shot down and was probably going to get shot down. But after him, nobody gets shot down. Trump will do anything to win. He knows he's dealing with a ruthless, corrupt Democratic Party. Of- and as hard as a Marxist state. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think that's good. I think it's a good one. All right. Da-da. Where I go. I want to close this down. Oh, let's see. The loveliness of Paris seems so sadly gay. The glory that was Rome is of another day. I felt terribly alone and forgotten in Manhattan. I'm going to San Francisco, where the junkies do roam. I left my heart in the petri dish called San Francisco, high on a hill covered with the sea.